how I like to teach my students is having them be flexible to find ways to make their own route or find a route that is maybe a little less common. In the Tuba Euphonium studio, we try to make sure that we're having a really positive environment where there's plenty of learning that's happening, and we are critical of our own playing, but also a space where you feel comfortable playing for others and making sure that it's a friendly space. And I think that that's reflected in the conservatory as a whole. We're always trying to get better in our playing, but I think it's also important that you tend to play your best when you feel comfortable. In particular with these larger instruments, if you're uncomfortable, it's kind of hard to just even breathe well, which affects everything that you're doing. Yeah, I think what's so great about studying tuba and euphonium at Lawrence is just the fact that since it is an undergraduate institution, you get more opportunities. And I think also what's so great about Lawrence is that there is, again, flexibility with what ensembles you might play in. For example, playing in a jazz ensemble on tuba is maybe not something that's accepted at every other university, but especially here, having non-traditional jazz instruments is something that gets done from time to time, and just more unique playing opportunities. So particularly with tuba and euphonium, what I love about some of the teaching elements is that each instrument is so different and each player is so different, and then we really get to kind of dive into the weeds of learning how to really play your exact instrument. So much of the time with tubas, there are these little idiosyncrasies of this valve slide is on this side, this valve is over here, and we have to kind of approach all of these instruments as being just a little bit different. I think that one important thing in my teaching is that I teach each individual. So if you have specific goals, let's say you want to play in an orchestra, we may do more orchestral things. Let's say you want to play in a British-style brass band or a New Orleans-style brass band, we might do things a little bit differently. There are definitely commonalities that we all need to know our major scales, things like that. We all have to make a great sound on our instrument. But there may be different ways we might approach things. I have students who are interested in jazz playing or commercial playing, so we work on things like bass lines or just playing in those styles, which you maybe wouldn't find with every other, tuba euphonium studio. So to me, it's really important that I'm always kind of helping the individual reach their specific goals. I make sure that I'm always playing euphonium when it's necessary in a lesson for a euphonium student. I'm playing tuba for a tuba student, and I go back and forth in studio class. And I do have students who are studying both tuba and euphonium, and I think that that's a great strategy for certain students who maybe have the vision of being a tuba euphonium professor at some point. I have some that just want to play one, and that's totally fine too. So we make sure that, again, I'm teaching the individual and what they might be interested in. In addition to teaching at Lawrence, I also have an active YouTube channel and social media platform of Low Brass U, and with that I try to play pieces or etudes that students might be working on as kind of reference recordings, as well as giving helpful information to a wide range of skill levels, but kind of focusing on middle school, high school levels. And I think what's been so great for that for me is kind of staying connected. It's easy when you teach at a university to focus on such a narrow range of just college-age students, college skill levels, but it's been really helpful for me to kind of focus on that as well.